Indeed, the people that I talked to in the Republican Party who were concerned were much more concerned about the expenses at the hotels and the jets and the limos than they were about this one strip club, although it is probably the funniest expense I've ever seen, except for, I know that I sent this to you, the Congressional Liquors expenses that they did as well. $200 at Congressional Liquors. Obviously, there has to be a specific place called Congressional Liquors. Otherwise, where would you go?
I want to know how many bottles $200 at Congressional Liquors buy you. I just want to know what they're drinking.
That's a really good question.
That's the key. That's
probably
the key
not what
point.
I drink.
That would be a lot of bottles.
Yes.
One last question for you. We know that donors have sort of publicly threatened, and again, this is the stuff that's been in the Washington Times in this conservative publication. Donors have threatened to stop giving money to the RNC. Is there evidence that that's actually happening, or is that just a threat to push Steele?
Well, I don't know about those large donors, although obviously the large donors that have come out and said they won't do it, they have stopped giving. But as, again, your friend of mine, Dave Weigel, has pointed out, the RNC is doing very badly in recent past, and that money is not going to them. The money that is really sort of moving right now is going to the Tea Parties. It's going to places like Jim DeMint's organization. The RNC is not able to sort of reap the profits of the sort of rabid anti-Obama fervor that's out there. And I think that's a real disappointment to them, and I think that a lot of the missteps that Michael Steele has made and that the Republicans have made have been attempts to try and get on that bandwagon, and they just haven't been able to do so in a way that really just sort of starts churning that money.
Anna Marie Cox, Washington correspondent for GQ, thank you so much for joining us. It's nice to see you.
Thank you, Rachel.